So what if I told you the entire future of AI video showed up while we were all looking the other way? Seriously, back in February 2026, while the whole world was holding its breath for Sora 2, ByteDance just dropped a bombshell that completely reshaped the industry. Let's dive into the story of Seedance 2.0. And look, this wasn't just some small incremental update. Industry observers said this release literally rocked the pillars of what we thought was possible. This was a genuine leap forward, the kind of change that really means something for creators like you and me. So yeah, we're talking about Seedance 2.0, and it's already earning this awesome nickname, the Director's Choice. Why? Because it's finally powerful and precise enough for real professional level production. I mean, it's almost funny. Everyone was so focused on Sora 2, and in the meantime, Seedance 2.0 just quietly came in and completely changed the game. The reason it's getting called the director's choice is because of the insane level of creative control it puts in your hands. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how? How on earth does this thinking model actually work? What is going on under the hood that makes it so radically different from everything else out there? All right, let's pull back the curtain and look at the engine behind all this magic. Because this isn't just about throwing more processing power at the problem. No, this is a completely different philosophy for generating video. And it all starts with a plan. The whole core concept here is that Seedance 2.0 is what experts are calling a thinking video model. It uses a super powerful large language model, ByteDance's new flagship called C2.0, to actually plan and reason about what it's going to do before it even thinks about generating a single frame of video. And this pre-generation step is an absolute game changer. The C2.0 LLM runs what they call a planning session. First, it analyzes your prompt and all the reference files you've given it. Then, and this is the wild part, if it doesn't understand something, it can just perform a web search to find the details it's missing. Only after all that does it actually plan out the final video. And here's the kicker. The only way they can afford to do this level of complex thinking for every single request comes down to one massive structural advantage that its competitors just can't touch. It's 10 times cheaper. The mini version of their C2.0 model costs just 3 cents per million tokens. I mean, that's practically free. This incredible cost efficiency is what makes a thinking video model not just possible, but practical for every single user on every single generation. This is what really democratizes this tech. So when you combine that thinking ability with that super low cost, you unlock what is basically a director's ultimate toolkit. We are talking about true multimodal mastery, the ability to work with tons of different types of media all at once. The killer feature, the one that has everybody's jaw on the floor, can be summed up in one number: 12. This is the 12-file multimodal reference system, and it's a capability that puts it in a league of its own. So how does it work? You can upload up to 12 files at the same time. That's 9 images, 3 video clips, and 3 audio clips. And by using a simple @ command in your prompt, you can assign specific roles to each one, like telling the model to lock in a character's exact motion from a reference video you just uploaded. It's nuts. And the sound isn't just an afterthought they slap on at the end. Seedance 2.0 uses a unified audio-video architecture. That means the sound is generated right alongside the video, which gives you perfectly synchronized mouth movements and immersive stereo sound that actually matches the rhythm of what you're seeing. Okay, now let's talk control, because this is where Seedance 2.0 really goes from impressive to absolutely indispensable. It solves some of the biggest headaches people have had with AI video, moving it from a random roll of the dice to something truly reliable. So this comparison tackles a classic AI video problem. You know that weird flickering, breathing background effect you see everywhere? Well, Seedance 2.0 introduces a feature called Environment Lock, which delivers rock-solid, stable backgrounds across the entire clip. It's a huge deal. And the director-level control just keeps going. It can automatically generate multi-shot stories, giving you wide shots, medium shots, and close-ups from a single prompt, all while keeping your character perfectly consistent. Plus, the physical accuracy for things like flowing cloth, dynamic motion, and realistic impacts is just incredible. So, we know what it can do, but now let's place it in the arena. How does Seedance 2.0 actually stack up against its main rivals in the AI video space? This table breaks it all down pretty clearly. We call Seedance 2.0 the director because of its control. Kling 3.0 is the physicist for its physical accuracy.
and Sora 2 is still the simulator for its sheer realism. They each have their own sweet spot: social media for Seedance, e-commerce for Kling, and big cinematic scenes for Sora.
Really, the bottom line is just picking the right tool for the job. If you need a photorealistic splashing drink, Kling is your best bet. For a sweeping movie scene, Sora is still the king. But for controlled, rhythmic storytelling, like for a music video or social media, Seedance is absolutely the superior choice. But of course, with this much power comes a pretty massive real-world impact. This new tool has kicked off a huge copyright battle with Hollywood that could really change the future of entertainment as we know it. To put it mildly, Hollywood is not happy. They are deeply concerned that the model was trained on copyrighted films. In fact, major studios like Disney and Paramount have already hit ByteDance with cease and desist orders. As a result, access has been tightened up and the platform is now actively blocking prompts that use celebrity names or protected IP. But here is where the whole debate gets a massive curveball. A new technology is emerging called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. This basically lets a model retrieve information and learn from it in the moment without that data ever being part of its core training. Think of it like an AI that can read a book to answer a question without having to first memorize the entire library. And that right there brings us to the next massive frontier of this whole debate. It leaves us with a really critical question for the future. When an AI can learn without being trained on data, who truly owns the idea? Let me know what you think.